Hey guys, Comic Book Steve here again with another little haul. This is going to be some back issues I've picked up over the past few weeks, as well as some newer issues that I've picked up on Wednesdays. So yeah, let's get started. This is a Death's Head graphic novel that in my collecting of early Death's Head books, I stumbled across this one. It was really kind of expensive on eBay and on online stores like My Comic Shop. I think My Comic Shop was in like the seller was more like $90 for it, and any of the eBay auctions I saw were 60 plus, there weren't too many of them. There's like one or two, so that immediately piqued my interest in trying to find a decent copy of this for a lower price. Um, I had an Amazon gift card, and I went on Amazon and looked for the book, and it was there for about 25 bucks. Um, the seller said it was in good condition, but I wasn't sure if I took a chance on it. I wasn't sure if that meant if they were like a grader, like a comic collector, and they were saying good as in how it is in the scale of comic grading, or if they just thought, as you know, someone who has a book on their hands, that it was, yeah, it's in good shape. So I took a chance on it, and it's definitely not in the best shape. I'll just say that. It's got a lot of like creases all over the place, so I'm not super happy with it. I'm glad to have it, like the book itself, because it's not really easy to find. I'm not sure if it was a US release. I guess it was, since it has a US price tag on it. But I'm not really sure what makes this go for the price it's that people are asking on eBay. Maybe it's rare. I'm not sure. Uh, you can see over here, there's a lot of like bends on the corner. So I'd like to grab a better copy. It gives me more hope that it was sold in the U.S. So maybe I could find it at a convention. Not super in demand. Maybe just rare. So I'll give it a shot. See if I can find one. This is another Death's Head book. You've seen this before if you watched my videos. This is Transformers 113, the UK magazine edition. It was only printed in the UK. The UK had their own Transformers series that was a magazine style and weekly, so it diverted from the Transformers comic in the US. But anyway, this is the first appearance of Death's Head. I had a copy already that I showed off, uh, but I saw this pop. You don't see it pop up on eBay too much, so I saw this pop up and it said very fine, whereas mine was listed as fine, and this was cheaper. This was like $5. I think the one I got before was like 10. So I thought I'd grab it. It is not. I wouldn't say it's in very fine shape. I'm not going to open it right now, but the back ad is white, and you can see a lot of browning around it. Like it's a brown frame around it on the white, and there's some writing up at the top. So I definitely wouldn't put it at very fine. I'm not going to try to send it back. It's still cool to have another copy, but I'm definitely interested in getting a very fine plus copy of this. Again, like I've said in the other video, the paper quality is pretty poor. Not newsprint, but not magazine style. I can see I can see how these can get damaged really, really easily. And I'm kind of surprised that there are as many as that there have been in decent shape. I guess when people who got these might have just read them once and then put them straight in a box or something. Because if they got thrown around, if they got laid around the house a bit, they would definitely take some damage. But yeah, cool to have. This is next one is Amazing Spider-Man 574, Flash Thompson Army issue. Amazing Spider-Man 413. Surprise, surprise! I collected a lot of Spider-Man over the past 2 weeks. This is Amazing Spider-Man 272. My local shop is doing a 50% off sale again. The shop seems to do it pretty often, but I'm not complaining. Amazing 246. It's a pretty cool cover. This one I got off eBay for $5. Amazing 144, first appearance of the Gwen Stacy clone. Um, yeah, I thought it would be worth more than that, at least 15. So I saw it going for 5, and it was in the last few minutes of the auction. So I put a bid on it, and won it. Pretty happy with it. I think that's my earliest non-reprint Amazing Spider-Man now. This was from a dollar bin, actually 50-cent bin. Peter Parker, Spider-Man 156.1, and it really pisses me off that the 50-cent bin at this shop, the guy put price tags on them, and they're kind of hard to get off. Like this one, I tried to take off, and it ripped some of the barcodes, so I just left it on. It's definitely not a desirable book. Just something I wanted to add to the collection, and it was cheap. So I'm not gonna cry about it, but I really wish vendors and shops wouldn't put price tags on it, especially if you're like a chain shop. This is a chain shop in New England. New England Comics. I mean, they cater to collectors. They should know better. This is Bullet Points number 4, first appearance of the Bruce Banner Spider-Man. Bullet Points was kind of a weird series, and I don't know too much about it, but I believe each issue was a different hero with a twist on its origin, going as far as having someone who was recognizable in the Marvel Universe being in that role. That wouldn't normally have been, like, in this instance, Bruce Banner as Spider-Man. I think one of the issues is Peter Parker as the Hulk. There's an Iron Man one. I'm not sure who is under the mask of that, but I imagine it's someone other than Tony Stark. This one I got in the dollar bin. Ultimate Fallout number 4 in the bag. Still surprised to see that in dollar bins now. This was, I think, $1.50. Avengers 316, that whole Spider-Man joining the Avengers thing. That's kind of hot. I had seen this so many times looking through dollar bins over the summer and fall. I passed up on it every time. It's in the early 90s era of the Avengers, which wasn't that great in my opinion. So even though it had Spider-Man in it, I would usually pass it up, but I kept it in the back of my head. I was like, well, I'd like to collect those eventually. So I saw this for cheap, and given all the hype around it, I figured I'd grab it before I miss my chance. And then we got a really nice one from eBay. This is Avengers number 1 from the 3rd series, the Chromium edition. I've been watching eBay for this for quite some time, but they're always going for like $40-$50 whenever they for like buy it nows, or more. But I didn't want to spend more than like 30. This one came up for 25, so I jumped on it, and I am really glad to have it. Love these Chromium editions. And then we got Amazing Spider-Man 585, Amazing Spider-Man 619, Amazing Spider-Man 655. I'd like to get the first print of that, but so far I've only seen the second print in the wild. I'll probably be able to find it at a convention with no problem. Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man 32 and 33. Both of those were in the dollar bin. Web of Spider-Man 127. Then we got some newer ones here. I think that's it for my back issues that I've picked up. A lot of the shops that I go to that have dollar bins and back issues, they've been drying up a lot lately, but it's been a little disappointing, and I haven't been able to go to the flea market in quite some time because it's a bit of a drive from where I am, and the weather in New England has been pretty obnoxious. Can't wait for convention season. This is Amazing Spider-Man 14, last part of the Edge of the Spider-Verse or not Edge of the Spider-Verse, Spider-Verse. Um, this issue sucked. Not gonna mince words. I really didn't like that how they ended it. Then we got the variant, which I was surprised that my shop had. I think I paid $5 for this. And then we get 15, the epilogue, which was much better. Captain Marvel 12. I had a hard time finding that one. It's the print run, even though there's been a movie announced, the print run on this series is really low. It's like in the low 20,000s. So whenever it comes out, usually my shop only gets like one or two, and then I have to go. If I miss out on them, I have to go look in other places. Same with this book, Ultimate Spider-Man. Um, the Ultimate line has been dragging its feet for a while now, and even though this book is relatively steady, it's still in the low 25,000, 30,000, I think. And for such a cool character and such a high-profile writer, I am still surprised. And then this one, Silk, I passed up on that when it came out the first Wednesday. But I heard a lot of good things about it, so I picked it up again. Or I went to the shop and I picked it up. And it's getting a lot of heat on eBay, which I'm surprised about. When the character came out, I thought she was pretty lame, as did I believe most people. And I'm still not crazy about the costume. Looks like a retarded ninja. And then we get Spider-Man 2099, number 9. Miss Marvel, number 12. New Avengers 30, part of the Time Runs Out, leading up to Secret Wars. And then we have here my favorites. Spider-Gwen, number 1. Finally, that's out. I've been dying to see that. The shop I went to near where I work had the regular cover and had one copy of the Scotty Young variant, which I picked up, and one copy of the blank variant, which I picked up. So I was really glad to get there when I did, so I can get both of those, because I haven't seen any variants for these that aren't store specific in the store since it came out. I really would like to have gotten that 1 in 25 variant, but that was long gone. But then I also picked up the Newberry Comics variant, since Newberry Comics is a local chain around here. Really, really do not like this cover. I think they could have made it a lot better. But it's a variant, and I can't pass up having a local shop doing a variant for a book I like. I'm always jealous of other shops that do that, like Midtown Comics. And since I don't live there, I have to order it or I have to go on eBay. But yeah, I got 2 copies of these. My wife got me one, and then a buddy at work picked me up one. So wasn't initially gonna try to go for 2, but I won't complain. And then the last one is the Midtown variant. Got this, pre-ordered this maybe a month ago. Love the cover, J. Scott Campbell cover. Really awesome. The book is great too. I'm not super crazy about how they're making Gwen act. She sounds a little goofy sometimes. It almost sounds like they're trying too hard to make her sound young, but it's still cool. The art's awesome. The writing's pretty damn good. There's just a few instances here and there where I kind of winced. But yeah, the cover's great. I love the color cover. I know they always do they do a black and white version or an inked version, one without color, and they do a color variant. And the black and white versions usually command more because they're a lower print run, which, I get. But for me, I want a color cover. Unless it's like a pencil cover. Pencil cover would be cool. Just to see how the pencils were laid out before it was inked and colored. But I'm not too into these just inked covers. They don't really do much for me. But anyway, that's my haul. I do have a box from my comic shop coming in next week, along with a really awesome book that I've been looking for a long time that I picked up off eBay that I'm super excited about. So I will likely do another haul next weekend. In the meantime, take care, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'm out of here.